Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In this video I will show you one example, and it's up to you to look for more because there are more examples of how the American political system works. A system which is I am a donor. That means I pay some money to a party. The party wins and then gives me a job, appoints me, let's say, as a ambassador to a big country, depending on how much money I donated. And when I get appointed by the party that I paid for, basically you pay for your job, you get appointed, then you're not called a donor anymore, you're called a diplomat. Then your family is gonna hang a picture of you as a diplomat appointed by a party that you donated to, and they will say, yeah, we had a diplomat in our family. Yeah, very smart political, No, it's a person with money, pays for her job in this case to be appointed as a diplomat in this case, United Kingdom. So that's the way the fucking system works in the United States of America, the greatest democracy on this planet, we learned. So when they lecture the Russians, everybody else, the Hungarians, you're questionable, your democracy is not. This is the way it's done, legally. Like Macron, remember Macron when he signed by himself the pension reform? Legally, one person, 80% of the French people, French nation, that is nation as I am Zimbabwean, opinion polls said 80% opposed that pension reform. But the king, I was about to say the little person, Macron, the midget, signed it legally. Anyway, let me show you the example, my fellow Americans and Romanians. I hope you watch this. All right, here it is. Ukrinform. This right here. Russia not stop if it wins war in Ukraine. U.S. ambassador to UK. So she is a U.S. ambassador to UK, and she says that Russia will not stop if it wins war in Ukraine. Why? I totally disagree with that. I think she's an imbecile. She has no evidence to support her claim. But let's see, maybe she provides some evidence. And you know what evidence it is? She's going to say, well, you start one time, you're going to get the next one. Well, if that's so, the Americans attacked Iraq, then Afghanistan, then Libya, then Syria, then Iran. Okay, if we use the same rule across the board, but we know that we are exceptional, because we are Americans, and those guys are not. So that's the logic. And this person, I will show you her Wikipedia page, and you're gonna see who she really is, the diplomat. All right, she, with her expertise, used to be beautiful. Oh, I don't think she's not beautiful, but she's too old for. Russia not stop if it wins war. Okay, U.S. ambassador. We must, who's we? You guys, yeah, I know exactly who you are. We must do everything possible to ensure that Ukraine remains a strong democracy and that Russia loses this war. Now, Ukraine is not a democracy. It doesn't have elections. It still have a martial law, not court martial, a martial law. So when you say these guys are democracy, that's far from it. All right? They banned many things. Political parties, media outlets, religious and minorities. And we got big problems over there. Okay? So when we say strong democracy, she's an idiot, obviously, but she's a diplomat. And that Russia loses this war. And how do you think Russia will use it? With nuclear weapons, you dumbass. And then we go back here. We must do everything possible. Using nuclear weapons is a possibility. You would use it, you imbecile? She doesn't think it that far. She doesn't think it through. So the U.S. ambassador to UK, Jane Hartley, she's got a big heart, said this in an interview with Sky News, Ukrinform. She's taken seriously by these guys. Russia will not stop if it wins the war in Ukraine. End quote. She says the U.S. ambassador to UK told Sky News. Why? In the Western civilization, we used to have, okay, you make a statement, you support it with evidence and facts, you mofo. And then I say, I was ambassador to France. This is her argument. Listen to this. Jane Hartley said that she's optimistic that the US will release more funding for Ukraine. Me too. I know they will. And I'm quoting, I was ambassador to France and Monaco in 2014, and I saw what happened in Crimea. So her expertise is that she was an ambassador somewhere, appointed, okay? with donors, as a donor, you'll see. And she saw, okay, that's her, that's clearly. Democracy, I think, is at stake. What democracy? American democracy? You got your fucking job through this democracy. So we need to support Ukraine. What democracy are you talking about? Ukraine democracy? Are you crazy? Did Donbass vote for Zelensky? Poroshenko? Niet. Why? Why not? Democracy, my jerk off. Let's move. The US ambassador to UK has told Sky News. Miss Hartley added that these are difficult days. For whom? Not for you, that's for sure. All right, so this is it. That's the whole article. That's her evidence. Her evidence is that she was an ambassador to France, and I saw what happened to Crimea. What happened to Crimea, baby doll? I'm listening. Oh, it was a referendum. Or there were two referenda. And if a referendum, that's not democracy. Oh, not that. How about Kosovo? Is Kosovo democracy? Did Kosovo got independent through democratic process? Yes? Like what? The parliament voted independence? Yeah? Okay. What about Crimea? We are good, they're evil. That's what it is. We go back into 2,500 years ago, even though the fucking ancient Greeks told us, hey, Zeus is not the guy with the thunder. The thunder, lightning comes from different, you know what I mean? These guys know. It's the thunder. Oh, we upset the locusts are going to attack us. So this is her. Yeah, we're good, they evil. Good, evil. Fuck you, Freddy. Fuck me, Freddy. All right, let's move and show you this beautiful, used to be, whatever, this woman right here. Jane. Hey, Jane D. Hartley. Is that what you are? Jane? Yeah, she's Jane right here. Janie's got a gun. All right, Jane D. Hartley. What do we find out? She's born on April 18. Oh, that's a suspect date. You're 2 days shy of another date. All right, is a Democratic Party donor who has served as a United States ambassador in the Joe Biden administration since, this started. Since 2022, she served as the United States ambassador to France, Monaco, from 2014 to 2016, during this, educated, Harvard educated. Hey, George W. Bush was also Harvard educated, so done. She's also a member of, and this is very important, I would like you to look into this one, Council of Foreign Relations, and see who started it. You're going to find some familiar name. And there she is right here. So this is the party donor, early life. Good for you, baby doll. There it is. All right. Then you're going to find some beautiful names here who were part of all this and who started it and who financed it. Okay? That's for you to figure things out. And it right here. It also rounds the okay, David Rockefeller. Remember? And again, foreign. All right, so you got the hint. Go and check it out. So this is how democracy is in the greatest country in the world. All right, my Romanians, among others. Now, if you think that's right, then I should get a job exactly like that in real world. And if you say yes, you should, then okay, well, let's see. The guys who got the money gonna get the jobs. No, it's not the same thing. Why in politics this is acceptable, but in real life and capitalism is unacceptable? I tell you why. Because the guy who owns a company, he wants the best people to work for him, so he's efficient, so he makes a bigger profit. He gets a, let's say, diversity, inclusion, equity garbage, or I don't know, something like that, just because that person will fuck up some funds somewhere, being incapable to be professional. Will be, is not going to be functioning at the capacity you want someone on that position to function. Therefore, you are going to lose money. Therefore, you're not going to accept that. But in politics, somehow, it's acceptable. I don't think it's acceptable. I think the relevance to get a job is your abilities, intelligence, knowledge, virtues, and others. All right, my friends, here it is. America, America. Unfortunately, it's going down. I disagree with this kind of practice. If you agree with it, you have the right to do so. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.